All right, I thought I would discuss some stuff. And Just random little tidbits, common wisdom, but maybe a more intellectual way of putting it or something. Um, or spelling it out a little bit, and so on. Um, so people know that, for instance, if you had two parents of completely different genetics on every level, you'd have about 52 chromosomes, or 26 chromosomes each. So, if they both had four children, then the first one could theoretically be completely different from the second one. But they would be related. They would be brothers and sisters and so on. So, what if ethnicity based on national rough geographic terrain and location and so on is the current maximum that you can include as definitely part of you? Like, there's some very unique, consistent attributes that are ingrained from childhood onwards and identified with and accepted generally. There's a good chance that it is, and so on. On a much more integrated way than just religion or just economics or just um, political and so on, or just um, philosophical group or something. So you know what an Eastern European is, you know what a German is, you know what a Frenchman is, you know what a British person is, you might know what a Welsh or Irish or Scottish or English person is. Um, and Basically, Britain or Germany or something like that is the maximum size that an ethnic nationality can be before you start to think of things as competitive in a larger way, right? What if it's not that borders cause competition, but that competition causes borders? And then when you account for being the same species, then there's always the possibility of reproductive um, mixing and well, adding to the gene stock of the people that you consider your own. So there's a cooperative explanation for race mixing and so on. And It's an abstraction of the medieval international marriage, political marriages, which is an abstraction of towns or cities marrying people off from each one, which is an abstraction of marrying um, a different tribe in your region, and so on. And what if we're evolving biologically in a way that's conducive to this, or how it goes along with it and helps it, and it helps that, and so on? Like a synergy thing, basically. Um, and what if that were to reduce the competitive nature on the stronger ends of nations to a certain extent, while the technically proficient conceptual thinking to manage a modern society um, is increased, is picked for more and more biologically over time, evolutionarily. As modern societal technical capacities um, grow, and so on. I mean, I realize this is not exactly complicated when you boil it down to common sense, common language, but when you abstract it into intellectual terms, it's kind of mind blowing, actually. You know, it's like, oh wow, that's kind of amazing. But we take these things for granted. It's just funny.